Well, greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome back once again for the very first time to the Farts and Crap Show, where today, as per usual, it's your host Anjo here, and I hope you guys are all having a swell day. It is... that still doesn't work. Okay. That does, though. Interesting. Yeah. It's time for more Dark Souls 2, Skull of the First Sin Revisited. It's part 75, and honestly, initially I wasn't even going to be recording this today, but there was an interesting thing that happened for one of my favorite products to date, especially on PlayStation, the Brook Wingman XE adapter. I've been planning an update video about that one for, I believe, it was part 15? I think so. Of stick tips. Where, I mentioned... What's the other one I should grab? I went ahead and grabbed the Dark Quartz Ring plus 3, by the way. That's in this area. Because I cleared out a lot of the enemies around here. Part 15, where I talked about... it was the one called the best PS4 controller. And, I talked about the PDP Face-Off Deluxe Plus, using it with the Wingman XE. And, yeah. I love that controller. It's fantastic. There's an item down there as well. However, that is not what I'm using today, because as I was preparing to make that update video, oh yeah, I'm supposed to hit that with, like, it's like a shortcut. Anyway, I was about to, that's what I was about to record, is that update video, and then Brooke, like, stealth dropped new firmware for the device that added compatibility for, believe it or not, a couple of 8-bit controllers. I was like, that's pretty cool. Because it was technically compatible with, the 8-bit SN30 Pro Plus, only in wireless. But nonetheless, you could use it. Not in wired mode, and you still can't use it in wired mode. So that's unfortunate. However... Oh, I can't cast with a sword. What am I doing? Curious what that one does. If it's this... Oh... Oh, it's dropping. Oh, it's dropping far. Do I need it further down, though? Maybe. I might need it... I know there's stuff, like, down there. Like, including... Whoa, shit! Yeah. This is not Elden Ring. However, I did notice it worked with the SN30 Pro USB, which I've said before many times is like my favorite Switch wired controller. Part of the reason I love it is the D-pad, and indeed, the D-pad works very, very well with this new firmware, which I love. I love that. However, I did have to update it to version 1.04, which before I have said, whoops, is a bugged firmware on the Switch. Like, it doesn't, there's like some input problems. Especially if you're playing a game that's online it like has some extra latency for some reason. Don't know why. Still don't know why. But yeah, I was having some jitteriness in the thumbsticks. Okay, so the platforms stay in their positions. Using it here on the PS4. And I thought, you know, maybe actually updating to the newer firmware would fix that. And it seems to have, yes. It's a little bit... It's so strange to me. Whoops. That the slam part of that attack doesn't do much of any damage. Like, it does damage, just not nearly as much as the first part of the attack. And I'm wondering, maybe it's just because of the Moonlight Greatsword? The fact that it's a 0 on physical, it's all magic damage. Maybe I need something that actually does physical damage, so maybe the Drakekeeper Sword, actually, even though it's, like, not as powerful, technically. Because the Magic Moonlight Greatsword is 539. It's not that much more, actually. Drakekeepers, that'd be too much. What is it, 25 is the limit? So I could actually use the Old Knight Ultra Greatsword, or Pursuer's Ultra Greatsword would be awesome. Curved Dragon Greatsword, no. It's still 30. Well, it would need, what, 45? Yeah, 30 and 15. So I'd need 5 more levels in strength to use either the Pursuer's Ultra Greatsword or the Curved Dragon Greatsword in the right hand with the Power Stancing special move with the Majestic Greatsword. But yeah, so far it feels good, especially the D-pad. I would definitely do this for... I can't do it this way, right? Like, that's not even the same weapon type. No. Oftentimes they have to be the same weapon type, so I don't even know if doing this with a straight sword would work. Because the Majestic Greatsword is indeed a greatsword. Oh. Maybe. Oh, yes it do. Yes it do. And then I can still use the... Okay. That would actually have better utility. It would indeed. It would indeed. Because part of the great thing about straight swords is, yeah, you can attack very quickly. Okay, that's still not that much. I think it's just a problem with, like, how that attack works. Oof, wow. I mean, these guys also have a ton of poise, so I mean, that's part of the problem. Ooh, yeah, but that's nice. Being very careful on that ledge. Won't you be careful on that ledge, my friend? But yeah, the very quick attacks with the straight sword, especially the Drakekeeper's straight sword, and still having access to, like, that jump attack thing, that's, like, really cool. Okay, so what was I gonna do? I was gonna go down on both of these to see if there was a way. Well, let's go ahead and raise the other part. Because there we go. That's actually a massive shortcut right there. But yeah, that's one thing I do like about this DLC is like moving platforms and how you have to like get certain combinations of different positions to reach other areas. It's very smart. And that's this one, and I think we have to go down on the lower part to get to the... Uh-oh. Oh, maybe. This is one of the things, I believe. Or is that just the same... That's the same platform from earlier. Wait, is that it? That looks like the entrance to something, maybe. Maybe. I don't remember. Combo plus 7, okay. See what I mean? Like right... Oh, never mind. It definitely is not. Maybe when this is in the up position, there's like a inside thing. Possibly trying to kind of shift the camera slightly so I can see down there. Also, the fact that these leggings have like individual like toe things, it's very strange looking to me. But you know, that's the Looking Glass Knight. He's a strange guy. You would just... Ew. There's still like the sensitivity. I'm not used to it. Cause like, oh hello, what are you doing down here? Hold on, give me a second. There we go. It seems a little better, right? Maybe. I don't know. I'm surprised he took the plunge, honestly. This thing weighs 6? Weighs twice as much as a broadsword? Oh. And not that much less than the Moonlight Greatsword? Very surprising. Very, very surprising. Yeah. Another thing that's weird with the, quote-unquote compatibility thing. With a lot of the controllers I've tested with this adapter, they all basically have a capture button because they're either Switch controllers or like a newer Xbox controller, which I didn't really like. It was a Power A one. If you're interested, yeah, it's the second time I've been let down by Power A. I'm just not going to buy their controllers anymore. Yeah, the capture button doesn't work. In order to do the capture input, you have to like hold minus and plus on the Switch controller. Which kinda sucks. Like, I mean, you can do it like that and then just be like, screenshot, but I don't want to screenshot that. Because, like, I mean, those two buttons are used for, like, menus half the time. There's a dedicated share button that does jack shit. And I get it. Like, older Xbox controllers don't have a share button, from what I understand. Or a capture button. But it's like, okay, but you already added support for Switch controllers, and some of them, like every Switch controller has a capture button, basically. So I don't know. I was just lumping them all together as Xbox controllers. That's a little bit strange. It's a little weird to me. Because yeah, then I can't really take like screenshots outside of. I mean, I can do it in software, obviously, because I'm like recording the footage, you know. But like, if I want like a high quality picture and I just want to like do it without any kind of like image processing. Oh, that's the other great thing about this sword, man. It's so cool looking. Is like the Drakekeeper swords, like they have this cool pattern along the blade. Just like, man, that's so cool looking. It's so good. Anyway. Is it 430, 539? Okay, so it's like another 100 to use a Moonlight Greatsword. That's kind of a big deal. Over 70% right now, though, so let's go ahead and switch back to the Royal Soldier Ring. Take a drink of some Estus. Probably... There's an item. Yeah, 814 and then 947. Like, why? Like, the initial attack does so much damage, but... Okay, so bring this one back up, I think? Or maybe not. Oh wow, that completely messed those other guys up. I used the platform as a weapon. Oh wait, so it revived all these guys, but it didn't give me my Estus back? That's stupid. Alright. Like, if I was just trying to get through this area, like, I know how to do it. It's just, I want to get all the items and stuff, you know? Like, the one thing that kind of messes me up still about these thumbsticks, like, yeah, they feel good, but there's still, like, the dead zone thing of about 8 to 10, somewhere between 8 and 10%, and then, like, it just goes, woo, it just jumps, you know, in the sensitivity. It's like nothing, 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 tiny bit, and it's like full input. It's like the sensitivity is kind of fucked up. Man, the Moonlight Greatsword is so cool. So cool. It's like the best weapon ever. But yeah, like, I like the new 8BitDo Pro 2, like, way better than the, than this one. Like, in my testing so far, I love it. It's just better. Oops. There we go. How did you not die there, dude? Alright. Yeah, let's send this back down, because I want to check on the roof portion of this thing. Hello. Where did you come from? Yeah, that's so strange. Second part of that attack only doing like 100 or something. It's like you would figure the jump part would be the most damaging part of that attack. But no. And yeah, it knocks him down, but... Oh, fuck. Oh. Whoa, that was strange. Okay, that's what I figured. This is the top of the... Oh my goodness, I hate these guys. Really? Wow, he really stepped into that. Hmm. Strange. This might just be an alternate way to get over there. which is what I'm thinking, is probably the deal. Yeah, plus the Pro 2 has the back buttons. The back paddles or whatever. They're, I mean, a lot of people call them paddles, but they literally are buttons in this case. Are you kidding me? You can really shoot... thread the needle all the way over there? Yeah, he can. Yeah, he did. So I'm just gonna raise that back up real quick to mess those guys up. And take out that one dude. How did that only do, like... it was like 200 and something damage? I don't understand that. Whoa, hello. Yeah, I don't get that. It's like better to use the basic attack, which is strange. And again, like Dark Souls 2 doesn't have the best camera either. So like, that could be part of the problem. Could try it with like a more recent game that has a better camera in it. Okay. I was checking the first one. Did I check this one? But again, like, I know how this game is supposed to feel. I've played it a lot, so... I want to say that's not it. Let's try going inside. There's a spot. Oh, that's just another way to get over here. Okay. Oh, there's my souls. Oh, so these two things are connected. Gotcha. But isn't this the top of the thing? Because I got off of it earlier. I mean, after I get used to it, it does feel okay. Like, I mean, the main downside here is the analogs. And like, I've had this issue with this controller before, like on this firmware. Make sure they did improve the way it feels or whatever. Oh my goodness. I freaking hate these guys. Oh. Didn't think that got him. You know, I don't have to come down there to damage you. It's like, what the fuck? He knows magic? Oh man, we are so screwed. Like, yeah, you are. I think that was to move that thing. Like, that wasn't exactly... There's still a problem with it. But yeah, the D-pad and the button quality, like, it feels fantastic. Like, super, super good. I've already gone over there. I've already done all that. Like, I'm trying to think if I'm missing anything over here, and I'm starting to think I'm not. Like, there's this over here, which I haven't been in here yet because, you know. I believe this is all, like, corrosive acid and shit. Yeah, it is. Which I would rather not break these weapons. They are kind of expensive. And yeah, I could just, like, get them fixed, but... Didn't they say the... Oh, the Majestic Sword is at risk. Okay, that's fine. My armor, thankfully, has really high durability. The hood, not as much. I could just stick to the greatsword for a bit. Or I could switch back to the Drakekeeper sword. Because, like, I could just take enemies out with this quite easily. Or the Dark Grip Black Sword. This thing has been great in here. I mean, part of the reason it's so good is because the poise reduction and the size of it and the, like, sheer damage of it. Which, it's all wonderful, honestly. Especially with a stone ring. And, like, adding dark weapon to it, it's just super good. However, what I'm going to do is some of this, because these things are terrible and a real problem. Like, having a bow in this area is so helpful. Is that a thing or no? Oh. Just was, like, kind of attached. Golden Fruit Bomb. I think this is the area that you can... Yeah, it's the shortcut area. Okay. And I do remember there's something over here. Although this might just be... Nope. It's not. I don't remember what the old growth bomb is, but... pretty good. So yeah, all in all, especially for Dark Souls, I really miss having those back buttons. Because yeah, locking on to click the stick and, like, also having the other stick click be the jump. I haven't done that in so long. Like, so long. It just feels terrible. I always have those actions on my back paddles, or back buttons. And, like, yeah, they helped the issue, like, with the thing, with the jitteriness, to use their own words, from 8BitDo. Poison Bite Ring +1. It's pretty good. A lot of things in this area can poison you. Where are you up here? Can you stop that? It's really disgusting. Pretty sure you can't do that forever. Alright, fine. No. I hate that. Hate those things. They are freaking awful. Yeah, the accuracy of the thumbsticks is still a problem, is my point. But yeah, the fact that I can finally use this D-pad for, like, 2D games on my PlayStation, like, that's a big deal. That's a big, big deal for me. But yeah, now that I have this one raised, because I hit that one from earlier, like that's the starting area. You can just jump off here, and then go down through here, and you don't even have to go in there. You can just take the side route over here, then run off the thing, then boom, and then you're right here. Man, I hate these things. I wonder if I can just eyeball it. Yeah, that did damage. You just gotta aim really low or your attacks just like glance right off of those things. Which I didn't even know for years you could even kill those things because like my attacks were always glancing off of them. But yeah, these guys have poise. Lots of poise. So if but that's one great thing about this sword is the poise reduction of 45? I thought it was 60. Oh, what's 45? Stability. Right. Yeah, for defensive, because the right side is all defensive stats, pretty much. Except for durability. Well, durability is kind of a defensive thing. But yeah, physical reduction, even 73. Not bad for a weapon. And 58, which is probably heightened because of the dark infusion. No, but 60 is at the poise damage. And then the stone ring increases that. I was just hoping it'd be higher than that, but it's honestly like fantastic for how for its weapon class. Like most ultra great swords have like I actually have quite a few. Like 50 or I mean the old knight ultra great was 160. Like 50 is pretty standard. Um Drake Keeper's ultra great sword. I kind of want to use this thing too. Like it's not as good. It depends what the upgrade materials are, because like if you guys remember, I don't have the what is it called? Petrified Dragonbone. Don't have very much of that anymore, and there's not really like a good way. Oh yeah, the Drake Keeper's Great Axe. That's another good one. Like it's 50 poise reduction. It's already got A scaling, plus 5. That's quite good. The Great Club has 60. It's 28. A little bit too high. I wouldn't be able to power stance that. Archdrake Mace is still like a very viable option. And it's only 20 actually, so I might be able to power stance these and like 60 poise reduction. I could do like 2 of these. Oh my goodness, that would be like all the poise. That would be absolutely broken. But yeah, I've mentioned it before. It's like the lightest great hammer in the game, I'm pretty sure. Because yeah, most of the great hammers have 60 poise reduction. The Drake Keeper's War Pick, it's only 35. Sucks. And as you can see, some of the better ones have like a 50 strength requirement. Malformed Skull is pretty good. 35, 18, that's not bad. It's not bad. Sanctum Mace is a pretty good one. I believe this has the poison emitted when wielding, but for the noxious Sanctum Soldiers, this much. Yeah, this mace like slowly poisons the wielder, I believe. If I'm thinking of the right thing. Or maybe not. No, it does, as you use it. I guess only as you attack things. So yeah, not that cool, but what else could we power stance? What is the Silverback Spear? Power of the Dark. Undead Crypt. 60 Dark, 70, 130, 20. That's the thing though, is the poise reduction is still a problem. And like, I know power stancing halberds isn't that interesting, so if it's purely a thrust one though, it's probably the same even if you have I do have twin blades. Red iron twin blade is B26, 20. These are only 10 for the stone twin blades. Uh, 30, okay. The Reapers have really low poise reduction. Did I ever try that? Double stone twin blades? Like, I don't think dual twin blades does anything interesting. But maybe it looks really cool. It's like, they're two big sticks. Yeah, that's how you fight with, that's not very cool. It's not very practical either. Whoops. I mean, regular twin blade fighting is pretty cool. Especially for how many attacks he can do, like, successively. Stone twin blade's pretty sick. Red iron twin blade would probably be better. Grand lance, regular twin blade. I mean, it's already at 170. 175 on durability, 30 poise reduction. Requires a great deal of muscle to wield artfully. Twin blade imitates the design of a foreign-made weapon that has blades affixed to both ends of a hilt. That's pretty sick. Oh, it's got a different moveset. Oh, it's like the halberd thing. Okay, right. Yeah, so it has that move, but then it just does the halberd move on the second strong attack. The first R1 is just a basic slash, and then it does that. Yeah, it's just like two moves over and over again. Not as good as a Saint-Tier Spear, obviously, but Stone Twin Blade would be pretty cool. The basic Twin Blade. That's kind of sick. Is that faster? Oh, it's got a jumpy thing. Isn't that different from the Stone Twin Blade? No, that's the same. Okay. think that one's better, isn't it? C and C, B and D. 210 on the durability for the basic twin blade. 130 for counter damage, 90. So the durability is lower for the stone twin blade, but it has better base damage. And I mean, it's so much cooler looking. Like, so much cooler. I don't know, I could try that for a little bit, because, like, again, it depends on, like, your attacks, how successive they are. Man, I was so used to Elden Ring, I just, like, thought, oh, I could just fast travel back. It's like, no, I have to get to a bonfire. What are you thinking, you stupid fool? But yeah, I still haven't broke the Saint-Ear Spear. I need to do that. It does incredible damage. It did get nerfed, but it does do incredible damage. Did I ever do the dual spears, see if there was anything cool there, or... No, it's just poke with both. Yep, that's literally all it is. Oh, the Archdrake Mace, right. Because I was like, that would be absolutely insane for poise reduction if there's... Aw, it's just use both. And the heavy is just use both. All together now, all together now, all together now, all together. Yeah, that's a very boring moveset. Okay. Alright. What about... I mean, great axes? I think I already know the answer to that. And double hammers, I think I already know the answer to that, but... I mean, the blacksmith hammer, 65, wow, okay. The blacksmith hammer is a regular hammer that has 40 poise reduction. It's only got 60 durability, though. But that might not matter. Maybe? Oh, that's kind of cool. Except it uses all of my stamina. Okay, so what else do we have to do around here? Not what else do we have to do, what else do we have to do? Which, I know, is the same words. They mean something different, though. I think we already got everything? I believe so. Raise, what does this one do? Oh, it just lowers that one? But I've already done that. So how do I get back up? I have to... I have to use the other thing, right? Like the aged feather? Or homeward bone? I mean, I think I already got all the stuff that I need back there. Like in the first couple pillars area. I believe so. It gets a bit more complicated further up here. And I already went over there to do that, I think. Oh, by the way, these weapons, one of them is improved? Yeah, and one of them is not. Okay. But this is New Game Plus DLC area, so we want to make sure we can deal damage. Where is the thing? Oh yeah, because I was like, yeah, we'll switch to the crypt, like, sort of because of the poise reduction. And that's how I got on this tangent. There we go. It's at 61 out of 70, that's not bad. Alright. So we're ready for that area now? I think. This area seems like there would be... Oh, there is a platform. I think that's over here. Oh, there's two, guys. There's two. Haha! Oh my goodness. 1,500 damage. That backstrike. Wow. Is it over here? Is this what I saw from the other side? No, that can't be right. Oh, because I walked off the thing, right? Yeah, I remember. I remember. What about these two? Are those going to lower or raise? I don't think magic is going to be good enough. Let's try that one. It's probably this one right here. Oh no, it's the next one. Whew. One goes really far up. Okay, what about this one? Okay, that raises this one? Is there something on there? Oh, there is something right there. Okay, what about this one? Huh? Oh, it didn't hit. Squeeze me? There we go. Oh, that raises this one. And I can't... That is a solid pillar. Okay. I mean, there is that item. Okay, so that was the third one. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that would be a perfect way to get that item. Okay. So I'm gonna leave those right there. All of those appear to not be connected. This is like the main way forward down here, and there is a bonfire, but not until after you cross the bridges. Oh, but we are at time, guys. Sorry about that. I got very distracted there. When it comes to testing controllers, man, I can get very, very distracted. Okay, so there's a bridge which goes around this building. Oh, it's in there, I bet. That's gotta be it. Can't lose my train of thought. Yep. Motherfucker. Oh, there's a hole. Did I fall down that hole in the last episode? I think I did. Right? Yeah, because I went down there and then I was like, oh yeah, this is how you get to the thing and blah 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 blah. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and this is that bridge. Yeah. And from here, I was already here. Is this a vantage point to where I can do something or shoot something or... Well, there's a... No, that's where I was. Okay. Well, I'm gonna get that item that I saw earlier. Yeah, it's right there. Which I think I can just walk right off this spot. Oh yeah, that's really good for blocking. Oh, hello. Haha. Ba-bam. We're just gonna take care of these guys first, because I have a feeling they're going to be a problem if I don't. Haha. I think they both fell into the abyss. Yeah, they did. Okay, so I already hit that one. There is a secret around here, by the way. But we'll get to that on the next episode. That looks like a movable platform. Yes, it does, doesn't it? And there's a little secret thing. That is probably the switch for this one. Uh-huh. Why is that important? Why, huh? Why would they do a secret like that? It's just like, yeah. Then it raises up like so. Is there a different thing? No? There has to be a thing for that. Is it just in case you fall off? And you're like, haha, now I'm over here. Or is there a specific reason you would want to be here, then have a higher vantage point? There's like that over there. Which, yeah, once you have all the things raised, you can go from that platform to there, to there, to there, into there. You have like those two rooms from earlier. Is it just so you have a vantage point? Huh. Maybe. Possibly. Are we screwed from up here? No, no, we have fall control. I can definitely go down that far with fall control. Yeah, definitely. Alright. Alright, so we're gonna pick up the items that I didn't grab yet, which... There's the one, and there's an item over there. There is a way to get over there, by the way. Trying to figure out where... Ah, there you are. It's not really time to go up here yet, but this is the platform I was talking about, where you can just go bump, 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 hop on over there. Yeah. However, before we do that, I know I should be careful. I do have enough. See, it's even like connected right. Oh, there's also a thing right there. And I think I can make that. It seems like that gap is big enough. It's hard to tell with this game, honestly. Wait, there's two over here. I just saw the one. Oh, it's that one. Okay. I think I just saw the one anyway. Is that? Oh no, it's that one. Okay. It should be a little bit higher. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay, so I have to lower this one first. Like, there's no... These are all solid on this side. Okay, and there's no other way to get that? I don't think so. No. Okay. So, individually, let's lower these first. After all, that's not the one. Is that how you get the first one? I think this is how you get the first one. Yeah, I don't think it's from the second one. I think it's from jumping from here. Wait a minute. L3 is my jump right now? It is. That's gonna be awkward. Because again, no back pedals. And that always felt weird to me. To have L3 be sprint or jump in games when you're gonna be moving that stick while you're like pushing down on it. So it's like it feels wrong. It feels like I'm damaging the component. But anyway, that's gonna do it for today, guys. I'm gonna use my other controller on the next episode. This one is fine, just not for Dark Souls. Again, I'm not a huge fan of how the analog inputs, how the joysticks, whatever, feel. Everything else, fan-freaking-tastic. Playing Tetris, Hollow Knight, the Castlevania collections, anything like that. Yeah, this is what I'm going to be using from now on, and at least until like I can use my Pro 2 USB. The 8-bit Pro 2. It's not called USB, the 8-bit Pro 2 wired controller. That's what they call it. This is the SN30 Pro USB. That's the one. But thank you all for being here. I hope you guys found this interesting or helpful. And if you didn't see it, I'm sure the video about all of this and the Wingman XE update already came out. So check out for my recent uploads for that episode of Stick Tips, which I think is going to be 19... Or was the one that just came out 19? About the Pro 2. Wired version, not the wireless one. Anyway, it's the recent one, so check that out if you guys want to hear more. And a very special thank you, of course, to the Farts and Crap Show members. Right now it's just Novalis Draconis, I believe. I actually haven't checked today, so I will do that. But at the time of recording recently, it was just Novalisticrona. So if you guys join more recently, I will update the members wall. And yeah, the next members choice thing has already been decided, but I will be posting the next one pretty soon. So yeah, in case you guys are unfamiliar, the channel members here get to vote on the retro classics series that I make. So the next one is. Have I revealed it before? Has it already happened in the thing? It's been a while since I've talked about it, and I have talked about it here on the channel. Yeah. The next one is going to be Super Mario World. So hope you guys are excited about that. And yeah, I know I'm not the biggest like platformers fan, but there are some retro platformers I'm a huge fan of, and that is one of them. So anyway, have a beautiful day, everybody. Until next time, I'm going to be figuring out what the deal is with this little piece of skin hanging off my thumb. So have a good one.